Good morning, Rob. How are you?
Hey, is that Max?
Yeah, it is. Hold on.
Hold on, let me,
Let me do that.
there we go.
Hi, Fred. Good morning.
Good morning.
Did anybody lose power last night? We did Newburyport in our area, at least for a little bit.
No, but I thought my house was gonna blow away.
We have an anemometer. It gusted to 60 and it's holding now comfortably at about 45 miles an hour.
Wow.
Yes.
That's the anesquam. It comes down like a funnel.
Yes.
How's my audio? Is it okay?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're good.
Oh, good.
You've never looked better.
Yeah, I've done the same thing. I always say I have a face made for radio.
There you are. Yeah, this is when all those years of pumping money into making this house tighter and tighter and tighter and tighter pay off, finally.
Yeah.
It used to leak, so you'd get candle wax on the table, the wind blowing through the windows.
It's like a Scottish castle.
Exactly. Yeah. No mystery to it around here. Yeah.
Morning, Craig.
Just a quick thing. I do have to take my son to school this morning.
This is going to be very quick.
Okay, that's what I
In
thought.
and out. In and out. As soon as Joe shows.
Think the clammers will be out there today, Fred?
Yes. They just put their ass to the wind.
They're tough, aren't they?
Mm.
They earn every dime.
Yeah.
Morning, Joe.
Morning.
Good morning, Joe.
Morning, Joe.
Morning, all.
John, Judd going to be here? Do we know?
John and Dan Ottenheimer were both sent invites, and I resent them yesterday.
Okay. Well, give them 3 minutes.
Joe, how was it in your area last night?
Windy. Woke me up several times, but we didn't lose power or anything like that. So.
Oh, okay. Because I know Eastern Point, you guys go down quite often.
We used to, but since we bought a generator, it doesn't happen anymore.
That'll do it.
No, they cut back.
We have a generator here too. It is such just an underlying sense of confidence.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I've been in the house when it dipped below 40, waiting for the power to come. Again, all that glass exposure to the wind.
Oh, yeah. Well, did you lose it like everybody else during that ice storm several years ago?
Yes, but we had the generator.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, and it's on a platform high enough.
Yeah.
It's city gas, so that it's one of these things. Good morning, Dano.
He's connecting his audio.
Good.
Oh, there he is. Good morning, Dan.
Almost.
Yeah, really. Dan, can you hear us all right?
Not yet.
He's doing the phone thing like I do.
Let's see. Hold on a sec. Let's see.
There he is.
There he is.
Hi, Dan.
Hi, you can see me. Can you hear me?
Yep. Good morning.
Yes.
Right. Hi, good morning.
Good. Cool. Well, then we're ready to roll. We have a quorum. I would like to open this meeting of the City of Gloucester's Board of Health Septic Review Subcommittee. Today is Tuesday, March the 2nd, 2021, and we are meeting remotely, and it is 8:30 a.m. Signing in by roll call, please, starting off with Joe.
Joe Rosa,
Rob.
Rob Harris.
Craig.
Bigelow.
Max.
Max Shank.
And we have today, Dan. You're on mute, Dan.
So Dan Ottenheimer.
And John Judd. John?
Good morning, John Judd here.
Great.
morning,
The
John.
first item on the agenda is 102 Concord Street, property owned by Christine Corrao and represented by John Judd.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. For the record, John Judd, this is a septic upgrade, excuse me, and a replacement system at 102 Concord Street. This is a 3-bedroom dwelling, which has some challenges in terms of the offsets to wetlands that are just off the property. And the limitations for the property require a setback variance to the proposed leach field to the wetlands. This is a proposed gravity system that would have a passive sand filter. The Presby IA system, innovative alternative system.
Yep.
And the other limitation was when we did the soil testing, the perk test was not able to be run because of the high groundwater table in that location. So we did send it out for a lab analysis, textural analysis. So we have two local upgrade requests, one of which is the textural analysis. The other is to allow for the reduced setback to the wetlands under the state code. And obviously the Presby allows for the 2-foot reduction. So we're looking for that under the remedial use approval. And I can answer any questions that you might have.
Before we do, Craig, anything to add to what he has just said?
No, it's a failed leaching pit that's right next to the wetlands. So the Presby is a significant upgrade, even though it's only 25 feet away from the wetland.
Yep. Rob, any question?
No.
Joe?
No, this sounds like anything we do is going to be an improvement, so.
Exactly. This Presby has the test site?
It does. It has the sampling port that's required.
Good.
So that's part of the maintenance agreement.
Okay, cool. No further comment. Motion, please.
Sure. I'll move to approve the variances as written at 102 Concord Street.
Second, please.
Second.
Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
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 Those opposed, whatnot? Thank you, John.
All right. Thank you very much. Have a good day, guys.
Same
Thanks,
to you.
John.
Next up is 40 Fort Hill Avenue, property owned by Susan Wilton Augusti and represented by Dan Ottenheimer. Morning, Dan.
Good mornings, board members. So the property was recently sold to Bill Herp, from the Augustis, but the assessors still have it as Augusti, so that's why it's listed on the agenda that way.
Okay.
So the Herps have acquired it, and there's essentially no usable garage. They would like to build a garage on the property. The preferred location is within the setback under the Gloucester regulations between a structure and a leach field. The state Title V, as you know, has a 10-foot setback requirement from a structure to a leach field, and Gloucester's regulations has a 20-foot. So we're seeking relief to go down to 11 feet to the leach field. So we'd still be in compliance with Title V. We're not requesting a variance from the Title V standard, just the Gloucester standard.
Yep.
It's a 2-story garage. The ground level would have 2 garage bays, and then up above it would be unheated space. They'd use it for storage. Also, apparently Bill's wife is a painter, so she might in the summer do a little painting up there, but it's not intended, it's not gonna have plumbing or anything like that.
Right.
So that's what we're here to discuss.
Greg, anything to add to what he says?
No, my only concern was that it could be used as a studio apartment, but since there's no plumbing, that will eliminate that.
Cool. Rob, any questions?
No, I think the studio apartment thing would be watched closely by the building department, as they always do in this case. So, yeah.
Joe?
No questions. I should recuse myself since this is our neighbor, or the Gooseys were our neighbor. We haven't met the new people yet, but they're right next door, so.
So you vote to recuse yourself so that we don't lose the quorum? How does that work?
Well, actually, in fact, as long as you, Fred, and Rob vote, you have a majority of the
Fine.
group present, so you're all set.
Just so there's any question in the minutes. All right, then Rob, may I have a motion, please?
Gladly, yes. I would move to approve the request for the variance at 40 Fort Hill Ave.
Good, and I'll second that. Any further discussion, Moniz? Then all those in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
And Joe recuses himself. We're done. Thank you, Dan.
Thanks, Dan.
Thank you. I was gonna go put my Speedo on and lay out a work on my tan today. You think that's a good idea?
You can do the Speedo part, that I'll vote for. I haven't changed.
You'll get frostbite before you get anything.
Yeah, I
Oh,
know.
no, haven't you ever been down to South Beach? Okay, cool. Thank you, one and all.
All right, thanks for your time, everyone.
Thank you, Craig. Thank you, Matt.
Craig, hold on. Craig, with your permission, what I'd like to do is just give the members a heads up on a couple of different projects.
Yeah, please, go ahead.
So if folks may remember from way back, there was a proposal to put a multi-unit development down by Wingersheek Beach on Atlantic Road. Not Atlantic Road, Atlantic Street. It is that one last remaining area on the right-hand side as you're headed towards Wingersheek, pretty much just before you get to that first little parking area.
Okay.
Craig, how many units are they proposing? It's like
Two buildings with 64 bedrooms each.
two developments with 64 bedrooms on each development. So it's not only, I mean, this is just a heads up. We're obviously can't discuss anything else, but hold on a sec. But just so you're aware that, you know, they're looking for a review. And as a refresher, that when this first came through, all they received from the board at the time, it was a Dan Ottenheimer plan. And it was just a proposal to see if whether or not we would be okay with the location of the septic system, but there was no plan approval because they had not provided any detail whatsoever on the development. So that's going to be coming forward. It'll be pretty controversial, I'm sure.
What's the gallonage per day?
It's going to be over 10,000.
So that's not our purview.
Well, they originally decided they were trying to split the property and have two 7,000 gallon per day leaching facilities abut each other to try to find like a loophole around the groundwater discharge permit.
Yeah,
Contacted DEP and they said no.
exactly. So again, so until DEP cuts this loose, it's their purview, correct?
It's not even on them yet. It's on nobody yet. They were trying to get away without having the groundwater discharge permit. So
But I wouldn't recommend that we hear this.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, that's probably the case. I'll have to check into the details on what involvement locally we would have to have, but
Well,
I think
anything
you're
over-
right.
My understanding is anything 10,000 gallons or over, we lose oversight.
Right.
Is that still the case?
don't know yet.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
That rule is fluid?
No,
Well,
like it's gonna if it's over 10,000 gallons a day, it has to go to DEP. but we
Yeah.
don't know what they're gonna propose to us yet.
yeah. So that's one. And the other is the proposal that came through a while ago and went immediately to court for development on the corner of Bray Street and Concord Street. And that's a Mike Kerrigan proposal for a number of units. There's a lot, you may remember at the Board of Health meetings, the woman who came through and put the maps, the contour maps on the wall and all that stuff.
Yes, Elizabeth.
You're right. And so it's coming back around again. We've had conversations with the building department, or Craig has, and Mike, thanks to Craig on both these issues because he's been doing the lead on both of them. But I just want to make sure you folks were aware. So for that one, they don't have an approved plan from us. We looked at what was being proposed, much like with the Atlantic Street project. We looked at what was being proposed and said, based on X, Y, and Z, it looks okay thus far, but it's not a plan approval. And that was so they could go forward with the cluster development proposal for planning board.
Yeah.
So, but just so if you do get asked about it individually, there is no approved plan. They still have to come before the board for any variances or anything else that they want to do.
How large is this Kerrigan plan?
Craig, do you remember?
They never submitted a septic plan. I don't know what it's a bunch of 3-bedroom houses and a
It
cluster.
was under the 10,000. I know that. So
If I remember correctly, it didn't, I don't even think they were requiring a variance for us. It was, if I remember that correctly, I don't even think they required a variance. They just wanted to show us what their plans were.
right, exactly.
Kerrigan is adept at doing that.
Yeah,
You just keep it out of the fray.
yeah. So we'll see what happens, but just again, just as a heads up,
Thank you.
that it'll be on your plate at some point in the near future.
Okay.
Is that it?
That's all I got.
Cool. Anything further?
Not from me.
Motion to adjourn.
Thank you. Goodbye. One and all. Thank you.
Thanks, folks.
Bye.
All right.